Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The quickest way to the ocean is through the West Gate. So with that said, let's make our way over to the West Gate as we talk about what happened last time here. Last time in Majora's Mask, we finished up everything we can do for now in Snowhead, exploring the place in the wintertime. We fully upgraded our sword to the Gilded Sword, so now it will never break and it's as strong as it can be. And this episode, we are told we can go over here to the West Gate to get to the ocean. Problem is, there's a fence in our way. I smell salt in the air, so the ocean must be near. But with this tall fence in the way, we can't go any further. If all you had a horse to ride, we could... Oops! Sorry. Way to rub salt in the wound there, Tattle. You're kind of the reason why we don't have a horse. Well, one of the many reasons, because yeah, let's just try to forget what happened in the beginning and remember about these guys here. This is a lever. It moves pretty fast, but that's not exactly good news, is it? That told me almost nothing about these guys. Basically, levers here, they will move around in the sand and they will just try to swarm you, and that's pretty much it. Levers aren't really that threatening, but they only really appear in sandy areas. Like here, for example, near the ocean. So I just kind of want to show those guys off real quick. And let's go ahead and go to the teller here and make a withdrawal. We've been depositing all this money, but we haven't really been taking it out of the bank just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and change that now. So I'm going to take out 199 rupees to make a full 200. Aw, you're taking out all that? If you spend it like that, it's going to be gone before you know it. And with that, we have 1,406 rupees left in the bank. I think we'll be fine. Sometimes when you make money, you got to spend it. And in this case, I definitely need to spend it because we need some supplies. First things first, I want to come over here and talk to this Goron. Oh, of all places. You're a Goron, so you should be able to carry a powder keg. Right? So, won't you buy a powder keg for 50 rupees? Since now we have the powder keg license, we can go ahead and do this. Let's buy a powder keg. You'll be wanting one of these here coming up soon, so definitely be sure to buy one. And buy one here specifically. This Goron offers a powder keg at 50 rupees. The one back in Snowhead offers one for 100, so this guy sells it at half the price. Powder kegs made by my instructor are extremely powerful. Come back and see me if you run out. Yeah, keep that in mind because we can only hold one at a time. A major limitation. Also, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and buy some explosives because it's always good to have some bombs on standby. And with that, we pretty much have all of our preparations. So at this point, we're going to want to go ahead and go over to Milk Road because Tattle was kind of mocking us about the horse thing. And there's a boulder in Milk Road that is blocking the way to the ranch that we might be able to do something with. So let's try it out. Alright, so here in Milk Road, I want to go ahead and make our way over here. And if we remember this guy from earlier on in our adventure, we actually seen there's this guy trying to work on getting this boulder destroyed. Problem is, if you talk to him, he kind of tells you about the issue here. Someone was up to some no good mischief and blocked the road to Romani Ranch. I'm sorry, I'll remove it quickly. Problem is, his definition of quick is 2 whole days. This boulder won't be gone until the 3rd day. We don't have time to wait around for that, so instead, we're just gonna drop a powder keg. You get as far away as possible, dude, because I'm about ready to blow this thing up. What? I thought I could break it. No, I'm sorry, dude. You can break it. It's just gonna take you way too long. Hey, as long as it's open to traffic, it's fine. No hard feelings, right? You'll still get paid for this, right? I didn't take away your paycheck. I hope he still gets paid. So this is Romani Ranch, now here in the first day. We haven't been here outside of day 3, so let's see what's different here in this area. First things first, I want to see if I can talk to this lady. my, did you come from town? Why, yes we did. Then that means... Milk Road is open to traffic! Good! I can deliver milk to town now. Welcome to Romani Ranch, Chateau Romani's village. Enjoy yourself. Why, thank you. I'll get to go ahead and explore this area a bit. And we see there's a bunch of cows here in the area. There's just cows everywhere, but it makes sense. It is a ranch after all. If we go further up, we've seen this cutscene already, but in the distance, we see our horse over there. There's good old Epona. Still behind that fence, I see. Doesn't matter what day you get here. Day 1, 2, or 3, Epona's always going to be behind this fence. And we can't do anything to break it down. This thing is not coming down anytime soon. So, unfortunately, Epona, you're going to be behind that fence just a little bit longer. But for now, I want to talk to the girl over here and see if I can do something maybe to barter with her and maybe have her open the gate up. Hey, who are you? I'm Romani. I was given the same name as the ranch. What's your name? You know what? I'm sorry, I have some privacy in my life. I'm not gonna tell you my name. Huh. Well, alright then. How about Grasshopper? That's the name Romani gives you. And fun fact about this little interaction, it doesn't matter if you tell her your name or not, she's always gonna call you Grasshopper, so just kind of say what you want, because at the end of the day, you're still Grasshopper to her. See, you're wearing green clothes, and you patter around when you walk, so Grasshopper it is. Romani was practicing for tonight. Tonight, they are coming. They come at night, every year when the carnival approaches. They come riding in a bright, shining ball. A whole lot of them come down. And then they come to the barn. My older sister won't believe me, but Romani must protect the cows. Hey, Grasshopper, I'm recruiting you for an assistant right now. You're a boy, won't you try? Yeah, sure, why not? Great! Now that's a spirit, Grasshopper. Okay then, I'm going straight into my strategy. They'll appear all over the ranch. They'll aim for that barn and approach it slowly, so hit them with arrows so they can't get in. You got that? And you mustn't leave the ranch. Grasshopper, let's practice right away. There are 10 ghost-shaped balloons on the ranch, so hurry and burst them all. If you take over 2 minutes, you're out. The current record is 1 minute. Are you ready? So we're getting thrown right into things here. We don't have a horse of our own to use, so Romani just lets us use the horse here. They already have the ranch, which conveniently for us is our own horse Epona. So this little mini game here, you want to go ahead and shoot down all these balloons in under a minute. So look around on your map here. If you do have the mini map bought for this area, you'll see all the targets you need to shoot via the white squares here on the map, which makes things a lot easier because certain balloons here are hidden around in certain locations that are a little bit harder for you to see. So definitely be using your mini map here to your advantage. Want to ride around the area here with Epona, use the B button to use your bow and shoot. And just take your time with this game. It's not really that bad on time limit, and you should be good. 36 seconds and 15 milliseconds? Amazing! It's a new record! You two work perfectly together. I'll teach Romani's horse calling song to you, Grasshopper. Now, you two keep getting along and go practice some more. It is Epona's song, returning from Ocarina of Time. The song of two who are bound by trust. Link now remembers the song to call his horse Epona. When your arrow hits these, they burst into nothing, but the real ones will keep popping up. If they get into the barn, we lose. They run away at first light of the sun, so we'll have to keep fending them off until then. Did you get that? Yes, we did. The operation starts tonight at 2. I'll be waiting in the barn. Don't be late. You take on the job of the nighttime assistant. That was added to our notebook. And, more importantly, as soon as you complete that game, the fence for Epona is removed, and now she is free to come with you at any time, which is fantastic. We finally have our horse back. How to befriend a horse. Stand next to your horse and press A to mount it. You tilt the control stick forward to gallop, and then press the A button while galloping to speed up. When galloping at brisk pace, ride directly towards an obstacle to jump over it. Horses don't like jumping at angles. To dismount, bring your horse to a stop and then press the A button. Future head of the Romani Ranch. One thing they didn't really tell you about on that sign is that you can mount this horse as a human only, because if we're trying to do anything else here, trying to get on the horse here as a Goron, for example, Tattle kind of stops us and tells us this is just a terrible idea. If you try to ride that horse in that form, you'll flatten the poor thing. Now what happens if you try to mount Epona as a Deku Scrub? Well, let's find out. You can't even reach the horse in that form. But what if I get a box to stand on? Then can I get on Epona, please? That'd be nice. So another thing I need to mention is that we did learn a song here, which we'll call our horse. So wherever we are in the map, we can go ahead and call for Epona, which is fantastic too. So to demonstrate, I'm just going to take Epona out to here, but I'm going to leave her in Romani Ranch itself, because at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just leave as a Goron, because while Epona is a very fast form of movement in this game, the Goron roll, especially when you're fully charged up and using your spikes, is still faster than using Epona. So you'll still be seeing me use the Goron form in most situations, and it's also more convenient because Epona can't go everywhere in Termina, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But here we are, we're in a new portion of Melkor we haven't explored before, the Gorman track, and these two are the Gorman brothers. Won't you buy some fresh milk? It's just between you and me. That milk they produce down yonder at the Romani Ranch is watered down a bit. It's not worth drinking. We don't do that kind of thing here. Ours is the real deal. It's always fresh and full of vitamins. It's true. I'll sell it cheap just for you. How about it? 50 rupees for a drink of milk. I'll pass, thank you very much. Oh, really? Milk that good costs you double in that town. This is true. The suspicious Gorman brothers were added to your notebook. How true. I'm gonna call my horse here because something tells me that, maybe it'd be a better idea to try to race you with a horse for milk instead of buying it, because I'm not paying 50 rupees for a glass of milk. That is just highway robbery. Is that pathetic thing your horse? I would have guessed that little thing was a mule for sure. Ain't that right, little brother? Do you think a horse that pathetic would gallop if you pushed forward? Or would it run faster if you pressed A? That guy's funny. Won't you give us 10 rupees for a chance to race against us? If you win, we'll give you something nice, kid. What do? Race or don't race? I gotta pay you to race? That just seems like another robbery, but you know what? Fine. Let's pay him the 10 rupees. It's a simple race. Just go once around the track. If you can beat us to the finish line, you'll win. You ready? Ready as we can be. We already got some practice with Epona during that little shooting game earlier. Now it's time to put those skills to the test in a race against the Gorman brothers here. So, key thing to note about your stamina here. Epona has 6 units of stamina you can use. Once you run out, then you have to wait for them to recharge. And it takes a while for them to fully recharge. But there's a trick with the stamina in this game so that you can use more of it, but also wait less time. And that's basically use every single carrot but one. The stamina for Epona recharges quicker if you don't use all of it up at once. So just use up all but one unit at the most, and then just let it refill on its own. Because you get a lot more uses out of the stamina if you just let one unit refill at a time compared to all 6 of them refilling at the same time. And there you go. We beat the race in 49 seconds. Not bad. I can't believe we lost! Big bro, I wonder if we can give that to this guy. We gotta give him something. Well, he's a kid, so what could he do with it? It should be fine. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but hey, you got the Garrow's mask from these guys, so that's a thing. The Wandering Ninja Spirit who's appeared at Akana once wore this. In exchange, you can't tell anyone where you got this. You rubbed the Gorman brothers' noses in it. That was added to your notebook. Oh yeah, I'll definitely rub their noses in that. Which kind of sounds like a weird euphemism when you really think about it. Let's get out of here. This is getting weird. So, I kind of want to mention a big thing about the Gorman brothers there. They sell you milk for 50 rupees. They say it's special, and it's completely different from the milk that you can get at Romani Ranch or anywhere else in the game, basically. But there is something that they really should learn about, and that is the power of Epona Song. Right here, if you use a bomb underneath this stump right in the center, a grotto opens up, which just happens to have 2 cows. If we play Epona Song for these cows, something special will happen. Nice music. Reminds me of the pasture. That song just makes me want to let go and put out a lot of milk. I'll give some to you. Milk will make you very healthy. 50 rupees for a bottle of milk when you can get it for free when you use Epona Song on any cow in the game. Yeah, don't pay the Gorman brothers for milk. That's just a waste of your rupees. Thing I do have to note about this, though, is I came here very specifically to an area where Epona can't come. And that's because Epona Song works in Termina Field in general. So those cows we've seen back at Romani Ranch, if I try to play Epona Song for them outside in the ranch itself where Epona is, then Epona will try to come over where I'm at, and that's not a good thing. Let's go ahead and drink up this milk now. Milk will heal you for 5 units of health, and you can go ahead and drink milk twice, which makes a total of 10 hearts this can heal at once. Really convenient for us at this point, since now we can get milk whenever we want using Epona Song. But now that we have Epona Song, we can go over to the ocean if we wanted, but we are tasked now with something bigger. We need to stop the aliens at Romani Ranch at 2 in the morning, which is a very long time away from now. So, with that said, we're going to actually be waiting things out, doing some other things in the meantime, but we'll be doing all that in the next episode. With that said, next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we're going to go ahead and just do some stuff around Termina Field now that we have our horse back, and see what areas now we can get into with the help of Epona. I'll see you guys next time.